Welcome everybody to my next video. Two of our favorite chairs are right in front of you. And I was thinking earlier today, you know what would be kind of neat would be have a birdhouse in the shape of one of these chairs. So that's going to be my next project. So basically I'm thinking maybe make the birdhouse about a foot tall. The whole chair part of it will be a foot tall. The inside birdhouse part maybe 9 inches, approximately 5 inches wide, and maybe 6 inches deep. And then a little 1.25 inch or so hole for the bird to get in. So they won't look exactly like these two chairs, but hopefully it'll be close enough and hopefully the birds will love it. So I looked around and I found some probably 3/8 inch plywood, just scrap pieces. The first thing I'm going to do is I'll mark and cut out two sides, the front of the chair and the top back, and I might cut out where the door will be too. So when I get that done, I'll come back. Those 4 pieces are now cut out, and I'm just going to put them on my disc sander and smooth down the edges and make the top a little bit more rounded looking and so on. These 4 now are sanded. So let's throw these 4 together and throw a couple nails in and we'll see how it looks. Okay, so I got the sides, the peak done. Now I'm going to do the bottom. What I've done is I cut a board about 5 1/4 inches wide, and I'm going to cut it to length. It'll fit inside here and go up to this corner right there. The bottom is now on. I've put in 4 1/4 inch holes at the bottom for drainage in case there's any water that gets inside this. I'll still have to make a door, but now what I'm going to do is make a roof that'll come up, and I'm going to draw it out on paper first because the front of the chair obviously slopes towards the back, so it's not going to be a nice square, easy 4 inches by 5 something. So I'll get the 2 roof spots done, and when I get that nailed on, I'll come back. The angles in the roof were starting to drive me nuts, so I figured I'd stop for a few minutes, and what I did is I cut out a piece of wood that would work for the door. So this basically fits in there, and when I get the roof done, then I can work on that. So right now at the moment I've got 1 roof piece on. Now what I got to do is take another board, and we'll just pretend this is my board, and the next one it will just fit on top like this. So when I get that all together, I'll be back. Now that the roof is done, I'm going to work on the door, and what I'm going to do is drill a couple holes, one over here, one on the other side, on the side of the birdhouse. We'll put a little screw on either side, and that'll help the door swing open when we want to get in there to clean it out. And I'm going to put a little screw going up through the bottom and into the bottom of the door, and then we can just leave that screw in, and that'll hold the door from opening, and when we want to open up the door, I'll undo that screw and then obviously just push the door and it'll swing for us. For now, because I want to do a bit more sanding, I've just used nails on the sides, and this is basically how it's going to open up, and then we can get inside to clean out the nest. And I still have to put the screw down the bottom up into there to hold it. So the easy part is done, the birdhouse part of it is done. The front now needs some lines coming down here, so I got to cut some down. We got to put in a seat, some armrest, and so on. So that'll be the next part. So right now I've got 3 more pieces on paper cut out. This here is for the arm. It'll basically go like this. This here is just support for at the bottom. It'll go like this. And this is a piece that'll be for this seat. So now I have 2 arms, 2 braces, and 1 seat with a 73-degree angle. I'm going to be fastening the seat right about there. Then I'm going to take my arms, and one's going to go up about 1 inch or so above, and I'm going to have to cut a slot here in the side, and then the brace, it goes in the bottom down like this, and that'll be just underneath the seat, and again I'll cut a little slot there, so it'll be a little slot cut here, little slot there, seat here, and these two, and then there'll be just something to connect the arm right to the ground, and then the board across. So there's my side bracket, the seat, and the other side bracket on the other side. It fits in my groove, and I've nailed it with 1-inch nails. Now I'm going to figure out where do I need to put my arms. I'll cut out the groove here so that'll fit right up against the side of the box. And I think when we do that, I'm going to have I might put some kind of a brace up and down here, or even at the bottom. So let me get the sides on, the arms on, and then we can go from there. So the arms are now on. They are both level. The seat is pretty good. To be honest, it's probably good enough now, but what I'm going to do, and this is just a piece of scrap wood, and I'm just for showing you, just to show you, I'm going to fasten this underneath the arm, fasten it up against my little brace here, and I'll do the same over here, and then I'll cut another piece that'll go up against wherever this stops. It'll butt up against there, and one against there. So this will sort of just give it the look like it's got a couple legs in the front. So there we go. I got some legs here, across support, and another leg there. I've glued and nailed everything down, of course. And this is sort of what it looks like on the side. A little support here, the arm, and then of course the seat. So I'm going to have to maybe smooth this out a little bit so it's not a sharp point. So I got it done, but I think I still will put one more line coming right down here to make it look like there's 6 boards all the way across. I put 1 1/4 inch hole here, and inside right about here, which is about 3 inches below the hole, I've screwed in a little board, and that way when the little birds or chicks are trying to get out, they'll have something to stand on to get out. This is a 1 1/4 inch hole. It'll work for tree swallows, chickadees, that kind of thing, just the smaller birds. So the first coat is done, and obviously you can see the plywood through the first layer of paint. So I'll put another coat of white paint on this, and then I'll show you how it looks when it's all finished. So this morning I finished putting the second coat of paint on this chair. As you see, it doesn't look too bad. I did not paint in the lines. My little grooves that I made turned out okay. That's an 1 1/4 hole. This is level, of course, and in the bottom it looks like this. Here's the side, the view, and on the back I've added a hook there so you can hang it up. This is a little thing there that I put it for the birds. You can step on that to get into the hole or to get out of the hole. When you close the door, you'll be able to just use this screw, and that'll screw this right together, so then that way you can clean it out. So anyway, I think it turned out not too bad. It's a cutesy little chair. It looks almost like what we have on the deck right now, so hopefully everybody watching this video enjoyed it, and don't forget to please give me the thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And thank you very much for watching this video, and bye now.